All right, this is going to be a fairly straightforward one, but we're going to be using our clone stamp tool to take our picture from this to this. So we're going to remove this person that's in here taking up space in our scene, and we just want to leave it with a nice pretty beach scene in the back. So let's come over to our original image. So I'm going to go ahead and Command J to jump that to a new layer and hide my background. That way I have it if I ever need it again. And I've got this layer now. And let's go ahead and start our clone stamping. Now I like to make a new empty layer here. So I'm going to come down to the little plus in the corner, click that, and that's going to open it up, and switch to my clone stamp tool. And with my S key selected, I've got clone stamp, and there's a bunch of ways we could do this. So let me just go ahead and show you some of the different ones. Clone stamp is handy if we want to come up here and we choose sample all layers. If we choose to only sample the current layer, well, the current layer has nothing in it. So when we try to clone stamp, it's not going to actually paint anything for us. So we want to say, let's go ahead and do all layers, or at least the current layers and below, because now it will reference the images underneath. So in this case, I can go ahead and increase the size of my brush a little bit. I'm going to try to paint over this person with the clone stamp. So I'm going to hold my Option key down somewhere here along this water line, and let's click there, and that's going to now take that piece. And as I move over here, you can see it's still referencing this spot right here. But as I move over and I start to paint that on, and again, I'm just going to use small brush strokes to try to remove this person from the background, and I'm just taking these small brush strokes and painting over them. Now, sometimes you're going to get weird little visuals, or artifacts. That's okay in this case. I'm just going to go ahead and use my clone stamp tool and try to line up those images so that it's brushed out. Very good. Hold my Option key, maybe start over here, Option and resample, and then come in and let's try to paint some of that out. So I'm trying to find spots every time where the background that I'm selecting from will do a good job at pasting over this. So here you can see it's actually doing a pretty decent job. I'm going to maybe grab this little wave there and just go ahead and brush them out. Now, it's not ideal. You can see that we can kind of see some repetition here. So we can always continue to resample from other parts. And let's just brush a little bit of that out. That's okay. And in this case, we could also try to remove some of these imperfections in the sand just by continuing to clone stamp other parts and brush those away. So when I turn that layer off, I can see what I've removed, or if I turn this back one off, I can see what I have clone stamped over the top. So with that tool already done, add in a couple more little waves here to make it seem nice and consistent. And now we've got our original and our new clone stamped version. So that's a simple little approach we can take to give us a nice beach scene without being distracted by anyone on the image. All right, that was a quick and easy one, and we'll see you on the next one.